Hi guys, I was watching some videos earlier on YouTube, and there was one that really struck me. It was this girl and she was telling her story, and she was telling me, well, not me, she was telling um, YouTube about people that, like, how she's been bullied and stuff, and it really got to me, and I thought, well, like, people don't talk about it enough. Like, they always say, like, oh yeah, don't bully and stuff. Like, I remember in school they were like, oh, if you're getting bullied, like, come to the school mistress. Or there's people always talk to in school, but they don't explain what it does. And that's what I really want to talk about, because um yeah, this girl is now fighting a battle of depression, um and um she self-harms, and she has no self-confidence at all, which I find absolutely horrible, because she's a 15-year-old girl and she basically doesn't want to live. Like, because she got called awful names. She was called fat, she was called ugly, she was called worthless. And one of my favourite quotes is, when you say something enough, you start to believe it. It starts to become a truth. And that is definitely true in this case, because she's, like, this stuff's been said to her so many times now, that she's now believing it, and she doesn't want to have, like, a life, and she doesn't want to live anymore, because, like, all of this stuff has really badly affected her. And it's horrible, because you think, well, she's 15, she's got so much life ahead of her, but she doesn't see that. All she sees is now is she's worthless, and her life is worthless, which is, like, so wrong, because she seems like a brilliant girl, and she's gorgeous. She was absolutely gorgeous, and, like, so I don't really get why. My theory for bullying is, when people are really conscious about themselves, or really don't like themselves, they take it out on someone else because it makes them feel better about themselves. But what people need to realize is what it's doing to that person, because it's now wrecked her entire life. And it's a really serious issue. Like, I was looking online, and I found some stuff about, like, bullying and stuff. Um, in, like, America, 1 out of 4 kids are bullied, which is, like, horrible, because that will now stick with those people that have been bullied. Like, 1 out of 4, that's a huge percentage. You know, surveys showed that 77% of students are bullied mentally, verbally, and physically. I mean, I think mentally hurts more than physically, because with physically, you know, it's painful, but it leaves, and, like, your bruises go and whatever. Like, obviously it's not okay, and it's terrible, but for me, like, I'd say mental bullying is harder, because it sticks with you. It's always in your head. Whatever these people are saying to you, it goes round and round and round, and you start to believe it after that. And I also found 8% of students miss 1 day of class per month for fear of bullying. And that's awful, because it's not only wrecking their, like, who they are as a person, it's wrecking their education. So, that's, like, terrible. Like, it's really affecting these people. And I also found 40% of males and 26% of females reported they had been in physical fights in school due to bullying, which is a huge percentage again, which suggests to me that I don't know what's happening in America, but I don't really think this stuff happens in the UK. I mean, it definitely does happen, but I'd say our schools, it's not so much talked about in the UK than I'd say, because yeah, so obviously it must be a really big topic in America. Um, but I would just say to anybody watching this video, if you know anyone that's been bullied, please do anything you can to help, because even if you say, like, you know, even if you ask how someone is, if they're looking down or if you know they've been bullied, because that could really bring up their day to know someone does care about them, to know that someone is worried. Because like this girl now, she has no friends and she feels like nothing. So like, please do anything you can to, like, you know, help stop bullying, and um or help do something about it. You know, if someone's being bullied, then um do what you can to support the person, stick up for her, him. um yeah, so thank you for watching.